Hello everybody. Today's module we are going to cover on growth and development of preschool children, and we are going to talk about the development milestones in preschool children, factors affecting the normal development of kids, and role of nutrition in growth and development, and the ways or tips to promote a normal growth and development. And as an introduction, the child's unique personality begins to emerge more dramatically in preschool age, which can indulge or which can include willful or contradictory behavior. A youngster may facilitate or illustrate from inclining demands for an attention to reflex or to independence, testing a caregiver's limits and patience. They started testing a caregiver's limit and patience, and in this age children start learning new things and new rules of behavior and modes of self-expression and widening their social universe. Hence, many changes are occurring that is may be very difficult to know whether the child is progressing normally or encountering any stumbling blocks in this development. What is the normal growth in development of preschoolers? Growth is defined as an increase in the size of an individual due to increase in all number or size of the cells, resulting in overall increase. This increase can be seen, appreciated and measured accurately. Child development is the maturation of the function and acquisition of variety of skills for functioning optimally in a society. A loving and supportive environment would helpful to develop confidence in children. A preschooler is 2 to 5 year old child, and normal good growth and development is how the preschooler grows physically, mentally, emotionally and socially. The normal developments are explained in the later sessions. First and foremost, let us get into the first development, that is the physical development, how the physical development is in the growing children, especially in preschool children. The child may gain about 4 to 6 pounds each year in this age group, and boys may weigh about 29 to 40 pounds during this time, and they may be 35 to 42 inches tall, and girls may weigh 27 to 39 pounds and they may be 34 to 42 inches tall. And the child's balance will continue to improve. How the child's balance should continue to improve is, they will be able to stand on the foot and also learn to walk up and down the stairs altering his feet. They started knowing walking and stepping up into the stairs, climbing up into the stairs and getting down. And the child may also be able to skip and throw ball. And during these years the children learns to dress and feed himself and to use the toilet by his own. And the child will improve his fine motor skills. How it is? He will learn to hold a book and turn the pages. He will learn to hold a pen and write his names. These are the basic development stages. And second comes the emotional and social development. There is a biggest influence in child's emotional and social development. This stage, the child started to become more independent and he will be interested in playing with other children. Simple tasks such as dressing himself will help him to boost self-confidence. He will learn how to handle his emotions better, and the frustrations and temper tantrum will improve. By this stage, the child gets toys and follows a series of simple directions and shows some understanding of right and wrong things. The child may compare himself to others and develop friendships. This is the period they make friends. And the mental development, how it is? The mental development includes active imaginations and increase in vocabulary. Active imagination. This age, the children may pretend to be another character when he plays. They may be afraid of the dark and may fear monsters and ghosts. The child will learn his colors and letters, and he correlates his own imaginations with reality. He will start to learn idea of time, and he will be able to recall or retell familiar stories and follow complex directions. An increase in vocabulary, how it is. By the age of 2 to 5, in the preschool age, the child may use 4 or more words to make sentences. The kids may use a basic rule of grammar, such as talking in the past, and they started using grammars. There are some milestones, development milestones in preschool children. For example, groups, that is growth, groups and matches objects, organizes material. They started asking why and how questions, like why this is happening, how this is happening, why it is happened, why it is so. And the children started telling their own names and age and attends to activities for long periods of time. They spend more times on single activity. And they learns by observing and listening. Shows awareness of past and present. They can differentiate between past and present tense. And they follows a series of 2 or 4 directions placed with words. This is the age they understand order, and based on the order they process. The next development in preschool children is the sexual development. Even by this age group, most kids have developed a strong sense of being a boy or girl. They continue to explore their bodies even more purposefully. Since preschoolers, and they are old enough to understand that some things are not meant for the public, and parents they may want to explain these feelings, and that even though it feels good, the touching should be done in private. Scolding them when they touch themselves will only the prompt sense of guilt and shame. They are also old enough to understand that no one, not even the family members or other people they trust, should ever touch them in the way that feels uncomfortable. Preschoolers will continue to learn important sexual attitudes from their parents. They just see the parents and they do the same thing with others. And so far we have seen about the milestones in preschool children. There are many factors which affects these milestones or which affects the normal growth and development in preschool children. Those are, first, the genetic factors. Certain hereditary factors which influences on the body formation. Tall parents have tall offspring. This is an example. And genetic and chromosomal effects, disorders can affect growth and development of the children, and sometimes it is not possible to prevent the genetic factors but take the necessary care. Second thing is nutritional factors influences on the child growth and development. Nutritional deficiency considerably retards physical growth of the preschool children. Overnutrition in childhood may cause obesity, which may lead to the most of the common communicable diseases. The third factor is about the socio-economic condition. Poor socio-economic condition affects the growth and development. Poor sanitary conditions, various parasitic morbidity, poor housing, stressful family conditions, bad financial situations, etc. have serious effect on child growth and development. The children who comes from an adequate finances are more likely to grow and develop optimal levels, according to the annual review of psychology. They have clearly stated that children who have enough financial sources, they are good in nutrition. They have good nutritional status. And the fourth factor is about the environment and the seasonal variations. Physical, psychological, social, cultural and harvest seasons have a positive effect on growth and development. Urbanization has a positive effect on growth. Geographical environment has a beneficial effect on child's growth and development. And the fifth point or fifth factor which affects the growth of children is chronic diseases. Chronic untreated diseases of heart, lungs, liver, etc. will impair the growth and development seriously. Growth hormones deficiency, hypothyroidism, Cushing's syndrome or some of the medical conditions that needs early attention, which may directly impair the growth and development of children. The sixth factor which affects the growth and development is emotional and cultural factors. Unstable family environment, feeling insecure, sibling jealousies, loss of parents, they have a positive effect on growth and development. Growth potentials, how it impacts on the growth. The child who is smallest or smaller at birth is likely to be smaller in subsequent years. The larger the child at birth, the larger he is likely to be in later years. And this is about the growth potential. And so far we have seen about the factors which affects the growth and development of the preschool children. This is now we will move on to the management or the ways to improve the growth and development. How we can improve the normal growth and development in preschool children. First factor, the first way how we can improve is sound sleep. The children should get sound sleep, at least 11 to 13 hours each day, including 1 or 2 naps, will enable normal growth and development. During sleeping, the growth and development is initiated. Setting up a routine bedtime and making kids' room is cool and dark will aid them sound sleep, to have a sound sleep. Second factor is about the variety of healthy foods. Colored fruits, especially colored fruits and vegetables, protein foods such as chicken, fish and beans, about poultry, the lean meat products. They should be included in daily diet, and preschoolers can be picky about what they eat. They may pick something or they may continue the same thing forever. They don't want to switch over to another foods. Giving him enough water and milk to drink is the best way to improve their nutrition. Make the child sit with the family at mealtime, even if he does not want to eat, which helps him to learn a good habits. Just make him sit with you when you are eating. Provide him a joyful playtime. Playtime helps them learn and develop their imagination and promotes social skills. Playtime gives him self-confidence. Playing with cute friends improves him to develop self-confidence in him. Assistance in reading. How the parents should assist in reading. Sitting with the kids while they read will help developing their language and reading skills. Asking simple questions about the story will develop learning and memory. They can recollect and they can just answer the questions. Place books that are appropriate for this age group within the reach will be more beneficial. Another factor or another way is listening when the child speaks. This is the major responsibility of the caregiver or the parents to listen when the child speaks. Parents should be patient and use short, clear sentences to help him learn to communicate very clearly. The next factor is about set clear rules and be consistent. The parents should set limits for the growing children, praising and reward them when they do something positive, motivating them. Avoid criticizing and show disapproval when your child has done something wrong. Don't criticize them or don't disagree them. Instead, you can explain what is expected from them or what do you expect from them, and just tell him why you expect those things from him. It will help the children to learn the good things. So far we have seen the ways how we can improve the normal development and growth, and the role of nutrition is very important in children's growth. And now we will let us discuss on the role of nutrition in child development, how nutrition helps in the child development. Growth and development do not take place at a uniform rate. In 2 to 5 years, the growth is very gradual. During the second year, the toddler increases height by 7 to 8 centimeters and gain weight by 3 to 4 kgs. Thereafter, after 5 years, until the pre-adolescent period, the annual gain in height is approximately about 6 to 7 centimeters and in weight 1.5 to 3 kgs. Boys are taller and heavier than girls at each age, except about at 11 to 12 years, when girls are usually heavier in this age group. As growth proceeds, there are changes in the proportion of water, muscle tissue, fat deposits and skeleton structure. The body water decreases gradually and within the addition of adipose tissue and mineral to the bones. By 4 years of age, the body protein content has increased to an adult level of about 18 to 19% of the body weight. At a given age, girls have higher percentage of body fat than boys but less muscle tissues. The number, the size and the composition of bones changes from birth to maturity. The relationship between nutrition and learning is important for school children. Cognitive development is a term that covers human perception, thinking, learning, and nutrition, and genes and environment are three major factors which impacts the cognitive development. Iron deficiency during early years is associated with reduced cognition and achievements in school age children. Poorly nourished children have more problems fighting infections. Therefore, they may be sick more often, they miss more schools, and they fail to keep with classmates. Undernutrition results in decreased activity levels, decreased social interactions, decreased curiosity, and decreased cognitive functioning. Hence, nutrition is very important in growing children. What happens if it is not given a priority? There are some dangers of undernutrition in preschool children. Those are, thus we are going to explain those things. UNICEF, United Nations Children Emergency Fund, says that nearly half of all deaths in under 5 children are attributable to undernutrition. Only because of undernutrition, under 5 children the mortality occurs. This is based on the study on 2017, and this translates into the unnecessary loss of about 3 million young lives in a year. Deficiency of one or more nutrients will lead to undernutrition. An undernourished child may contract an infection. In turn, the gastrointestinal infection places the child at even greater risk for nutrient deficiencies because the nutrients are unable to be absorbed properly. Consequently, undernutrition combined with infection can cause growth retardation. Apart from this, a deficiency in one or more nutrient, or deficiency in one nutrient may lead to deficiency in another nutrient. For example, deficiency in magnesium, iron and zinc can cause anorexia and thereby result in reduced intake of other nutrients such as protein. Low lipid levels or low lipid intakes can also affect the absorption of important fat soluble vitamins such as A, D, E and K. Zinc and protein deficiencies can retard bone growth and development, putting a child at risk for long-term complications like stunting and wasting. In the year 2016, 22.9% are just under 1 in 4 children, under age 5 worldwide are stunted growth. So, we should know what is expected then. What is the expected growth? We should know about the normal. There is a wide range of normal growth. Between the ages of 2 and 5, the average child grows about 2.5 inches and also gains 4 to 5 pounds each year. Growth charts are a good way to monitor the child's growth and health. Preschoolers' growth is an important sign of good health and nutrition, and World Health Organization formulated various reference standards such as height for age, head circumference and weight for age, which is illustrated in the figure. These are the best indicators to assess the nutritional status of preschool children. In the area of research, the reference standards can be used for the nutritional assessment, and the complete WHO training module can be reviewed from the above said websites, and these are the WHO growth standards. Like the illustration 1 says about the head circumference for age from 0 to 5 years for girls by WHO, and the illustration 2 says about the weight for age for 0 to 5 years boys which is said by World Health Organization. In this module, we have seen about who are preschoolers, what is the normal growth, what is growth and development, and the development milestones of preschool children. And we have discussed about what are the factors affecting the normal growth and development, and how we can improve the normal growth and development in preschool children. And we have just covered, or we have just explained on the role of nutrition in the growth and development of preschool children. And this is the responsibility of a parents. They should encourage the children to eat a nutritious food and try to they should encourage them to try new foods, a variety of foods. Preparing the fresh and attractive foods of different colors and shapes will ensure, or will help the children to ensure to eat a variety of meal or to have a good nutrition. A variety of positive food experiences and activities can promote the normal development of the young children.